Yo, it's Guido. How you doing? Forgot what I was gonna say. What do I usually say? Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. There we go. That's better. I gotta turn the light on too. I should redo this. I'm not going to. Not at all. I do have a cup of coffee though. Perhaps I've had too much. I think I only make that sound when I'm recording for some reason. I don't know why. Very strange. But anyway, here we are, and I'm in my Patton KR, bottom tier on Himmel's Westfield Dorf. We're going to talk about being annoying in a medium, in what is the heavy brawl. A little bit easier on this particular mode because it is encounter here on Westfield. Is that right? Yeah, Westfield. On the standard one, a lot of the mediums will spawn down into the south, down here about what, J2 or 3 or so. So it's not as easy to do what I'm doing here. I do drive up to the top quite a bit though in my mediums, and if you choose to do so, then the tactic you want to replicate or try to do is try to be that annoying guy. Take your shots of opportunity, help your heavies out, do some spotting, all that good stuff. I kind of wish I would have taken, I have a spotting set up, I kind of wish I would have taken that. I actually flipped to it and then flipped back and then didn't quite get back to it when I made my decision too late. As you can see, my spotting ring is not out to maximum, so I have a CVS and optics, which will help me spot the guys back at, say, A3, the mediums, when I'm or not the mediums, but the TDs, when I'm popping over. So that was a bit of a mistake. I wish I had actually taken that. We will be using then the combat setup right here. And I'm just going to go straight for the hold down spot. Obviously, you got to take into account the tank. If I was in, say, a Russian medium with very little gun depression, I probably wouldn't want to use this spot, but I have the KR, so my decision here is to come on up here and to help our heavies be annoying, right? Spot their TDs in the back, beef some more hit points, another gun over here. What's the other option? Go all the way down to the south and try to hold that. Let's see how this game plays out though. You know, and I'm bottom tier, guys, in a tier 10 battle. So I've got to pick my opportunities, take the best spot I can find to do some damage. That sucked. Oh well. Couple early shots, nothing happening. Sharing some hit points. We've got the Caro there. I think we finally get one there. There we go. And we're being shot from the side. So I can use this entire hold down spot. I can also poke over to the right and work on the guys that might be down in the city right there. They did wrap a few in there. Our Charfuture does a good job going over to the other side. I was seeing if that could be destroyed, but it can't. I like that because he's at least keeping them from easily wrapping around behind us. And he's backed up with a Kari. And the enemy team looks like they have really invested a lot of tanks up here. Again, just kind of shooting into a building. There's so much stuff down here, it's hard to tell sometimes what's destructible and what is not. You can see it on the mini map. It's the black buildings, but in the heat of battle, sometimes it's difficult to see. So I wanted to keep those guys busy enough that they were worried about us poking over. We do have a bit of an issue on the cap. You can see they've got 3 on there and they're down to 20 seconds or so, and I think the T-30 gets in there and saves the day for us. That is another option. I could have gone down to the bottom down there. The problem is we don't have the J0 and K0 area. So there we go. So going down to the bottom of the village is a bit dangerous because you can be shot at. But let's just pause for a second, because as I counted noses, I realized there probably wasn't a whole lot over there, right? Look at what is spotted to include their LT-432, which is last seen in that little bottom pit down there at about E9. What's unspotted? A Blesk and an Object 430 version 2, and that's it. So there could be a Blesk over there, and there could be a 430 version 2, but there's not a lot of the Rogues Gallery lined up along the 0 column right there. So I'm watching that going, well, you know what? This push into the bottom of the cap there, push down to the bottom of the village where the cap is actually got a decent chance of doing something. You can see I'm also seeing a Malshins headed off that way. There's a lot of guys down there, so I'm feeling pretty happy about that. And then I'm sort of noticing that maybe we don't have a whole lot up here. We certainly don't want to lose where the heavies are. Another bad shot in there. It's taken me a while to kind of figure out how to get some damage. A little bit unlucky, just a little high into his upper plate, highly angled, try to sneak one down into the lower plate there. There we go. We finally get some damage. So we help out down in the south of the village there. I do not want to walk into the Progetto 66 and let him get a bunch of shots. I know there's a Charioteer back there. The FV is all the way down on the bottom, so I do have to be careful about that kind of thing, right? Charioteer actually hit me with his Hesh, it looks like, or it might have been an HE. Boom, boom. A couple more guys dead, and just like that, pretty much in the driver's seat, fellas. We got only 468 damage, so now that we have so many guns, your bottom tier, you've got a lot of guns left. They're kind of on the run. Now you have some more opportunities to poke out, take a few more chances, and look for some shots. We'll come over here so we can hit this guy. Probably could have been a little bit more careful with my aim right there. I think I had the time. That's part of the having a bunch more guns than they do, is you will be able to come out and expose yourself a little bit more, as long as someone's not obviously poking, or not poking, but just pointing at you. My big concern there was the 4005 nuking me. If I was really just sitting up on the edge there, it's not something I wanted to do. So now we can really just start farming the 7501 here. So this is a game I wanted to show you because it's your bottom tier, your medium. What do? I'm not cranking out 5,000 damage here. In fact, I'm getting damage in what you would call garbage time. But I chose a position to go to support the rest of the team, put as many shots into people as I could. I can't believe I actually pinned that shot, to be honest, based on his angle there. And then take your opportunity at the end, right? We've done a good job. They've made a bit of a comeback. They're still in big trouble here. But now I'm able to leverage the fact that my team is well ahead. I'm in a good position for damage. I've saved some of my hit points. I have taken a few shots in here. The Charioteer got a chunk of me right there. I'm able to leverage all of that and get some damage out of it. Get up to 1,397. I might get one more shot in here. Don't remember. The Vickers is down below. Maybe not. There might be a blind shot that went in. Only 108 assists. So again, it's not a massive win. A couple kills in there. But I think it's a good example of bottom tier decision making and positioning. You know, my other option was to go way down to the south. And based on the way that this thing panned out, I don't think I get much done. I may have had some shots across at their guys trying to get on the cap. That is possible. I would imagine that the Charfucher had some pretty good shots out of those guys. Is this the one? This may be the one. He gets missed a bunch. Yeah, watch this shot. I think it's this one. This ends up being pretty good right here. Watch this shot. Ooh! Yeah, so I forgot about that shot, man. That actually worked out pretty good. So we snuck in a little bit more damage at the end of that. 1,610 damage, 108 assists, and 3 kills after that. Like I said earlier, it's not a case of going, oh wow, look at this absolutely amazing game. But it does show an example, and every map has places like this, where bottom tier, even as a medium, you can get in there and work in the heavy area as long as you're careful and be a bit of a force multiplier in there. Again, didn't win the game single-handedly by any means, but definitely helped the guys up there in the heavy area. Break. Remember, while you're doing things like that, you are taking your tank away from another possible area. So there is a medium kind of place in this on this map. There's two really, down towards the bottom of the village where the cap is, and across all the way on the south of the map. So be cognizant that you've taken your tank away from that area to help somewhere else. And sometimes the best laid plans, right? This happened to be a victory. It worked out for me. I could probably do another video in a few weeks of me headed to the same place, and then the whole south collapse, and I'm not there to help because I took my tank up to the top. I think the biggest point, though, is whatever decision you make, play that area as best you can in the context of your tank, your type, its strengths and weaknesses, and your decision making, and then flow on as best you can with the match. And again, sometimes it doesn't work out, but over time, good decision making like that will increase your, I think, your win rate, but also your enjoyment of the game. I think that's probably something maybe we forget about, perhaps myself as well, is that what I'm trying to do is get a little better, learn a few things, but also enjoy myself. And if I can get a little better and learn some things, that tends to help me enjoy myself playing the game. That is all I've got for this Thursday. You guys have a fantastic day, and we will see ya.